Hello, colleagues. Has the coronavirus outbreak turned your interpreting world topsy-turvy, upside down? Are you baffled by all the remote interpreting options available? Do you know what you need? Do you even want to do this at all? Just like all the options, there's an awful lot of advice flying around. We've put together our own do's and don'ts for remote interpreting. Now, before we get started, keep in mind that this video is really designed for colleagues working in a conference setting, that is, on platforms and systems that allow for remote simultaneous interpreting. If the bulk of your work is over the phone or all in the consecutive mode, some of this advice will apply to you, but not necessarily all of it. So take what you need and run with it.
Do remember that whoever doesn't want to do it doesn't have to do it. RSI is a new solution that can work well for small meetings, but might become tedious for all-day affairs.
Do use a good double-sided headset when you interpret and read the technical specifications carefully. Don't skip on features. Make sure it sends and receives good wideband sound, has a noise-canceling mic to filter out background noise, and make sure that either your headset or your computer settings protect your hearing from sudden spikes in sound.
Don't use smartphone earbuds.
Do use an Ethernet connection to your computer with a USB adapter if you have to. Wi-Fi is not enough.
Do tell clients that you can solve their problems today, but be honest about the risks of remote interpreting.
No!
Don't pitch RSI as the perfect solution.
Yes!
Do think of RSI platforms as a way to increase language access and multilingual participation for organizations who can't realistically meet in person. Don't think of RSI as a cost savings measure. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't.
Do become familiar with various platforms. You never know when a client will ask you for your recommendation or preference.
Do get informed. Don't commit to the first platform you come across. Some platforms are RSI platforms, while others are video conferencing that have an interpreting feature add-on.
Do use a neutral background if you're going to be on camera.
Do make sure that a tech trial happens before a meeting.
Don't try to tech an online event and interpret. Online events require dedicated tech support just like on-site events.
Do figure out how to do a handover even though you're not in the same room with your partner or teammate.
Don't ignore the setup instructions from different platforms. They are there in place for a reason. Ultimately, the best setup will provide you with the best audio and video and the best experience for your audience.
Do consider the health implications of being a remote interpreter.
Don't forget that your cognitive load will be much greater now that you have additional responsibilities. And charge accordingly.
Do be honest with yourself. Can you work to the same standard with remote? And if not, why not?
Don't accept an assignment that you know you're not ready for. Whether it's technologically speaking, academically, or experientially, don't do it.
Do work in the modality that you prefer and that best suits you.
Do understand that you need solid bandwidth and a noise-free environment, and that the quality of your interpreting and being able to be heard at the right time and clearly depends on those elements.
Don't worry. Remote simultaneous interpreting is just one additional mode. In-person events will still occur because the clients ultimately will want it.
Don't forget that in conference work, it's still best practice to be together when you're interpreting. Boothmate distancing is a temporary thing.
And no matter what platform or what format you're working on, do encourage your clients to follow the best practices as well. And that's it in a nutshell. So remember, do your research. Know what works and what doesn't. Know what you need and what you can deliver. Do be honest about the realities of remote interpreting, about your skills and your setup. And of the utmost importance, above and beyond everything else, do be safe, do be healthy. Thanks for watching.